Hello there and welcome to the Tauntaun Squadron. We are really proud to bring another game of XTC 2021 between Cormac Higgins from Ireland and Gavin Kirby from Wales. Gavin is playing a really unusual first order list, which we'll get to in a wee second. The clock has just started and Cormac is flying a quite interesting Galactic Republic list. So I'm very pleased to announce that one of the members of the XTC Irish team, Mr. Connor Holmes, is co-commentating. How are you?
Good evening, Alan. Very well, thank you.
Excellent. So at the minute, we've had two games between these two countries, and it's one each. So all to play for. A few more games today and tomorrow. We might even get one team at 4 points to get through. So do you want to go through the lists, Connor, and tell people what they're
Yeah. I was going to say, before we do the list, let's have a really quick, brief look at the rock setup here. So, on the left-hand side, FO is playing two gigantic buses and a battery. Now, the base of that fact is the two Upsilons, which are Lieutenant Tavson and Petty Officer Thanison, 4 dice guns, and effectively the entire list is set up to give them a double modified shot. So I was going to say rocks now, I'll go very quickly through the list. So Petty Officer Thanison with Biohexic codes and Captain Phasma, Lieutenant Tavson with Biohexic codes, Protector Gleb, Honda Onaga, and then Hollow with Projection, Pattern Analyzer, and Thread Tracers. So a quick run through basically is everything is done to try and get a focus and a target lock with a 4 dice or 5 dice gun with the two big lads. So if we go to the rock placement there very quickly, you can almost tell where Cormac is set up with the large ones in the V shape. And then his friend has basically snuck the tiny asteroid 4 in, the tiny asteroid 3 in, and then the tiny quarter rock. This means that the FO list is relatively well telegraphed. Now, Sam, do you want to do the other list, or do you want me to?
You can do both if you fancy.
Okay, so in initiative order, we have Goji, who has shown up in recent times with the invention of a bomb that is not actually running. So it's Goji ion turret, or ion cannon turret, ion bomb, and delayed fuses. Goji there effectively to do two things. One, give a significant number of increased green dices to his colleagues.
Yep.
And secondly, the ion bombs are capable of causing havoc with any size of ship, including Petty Officer Tavison and Lieutenant Tavison.
Absolutely.
Tavison and Tavison. Backing him up, Initiative 3 is Subitano, probably the best Jedi that ever was, but knocked down only because of her initiative. She is carrying Chopper. And then 4, we've got Wolf with Wolfpack. Wolf is the meat and bones of this list, and is simply there to do damage and suck up some rounds. And then the late game piece, we have the Edda with Obi-Wan Kenobi and the full package of marksmanship, auto blasters, and R7, A7. So get into the flank or behind and do huge amounts of damage. So if we're looking at the positives and negatives of the lists, the FO list obviously hits like a steam train. But, as I'm sure Cormac Higgins is very well aware, as I assume Mr. Kirby is very well aware, it can turn round. And once the Republic get behind FO, well, Simon?
Well, if that happens, then there's only going to be two things being said, and that is pop, because they just cannot take focus fire at all. So I'm kind of, if you look at the two opening moves, that's pretty good. A nice, huge movement there from Obi, nice big 5 forward, and Goji's got a wing person. That all sounds pretty good to me.
I think it's relatively predictable, because in order to even try and stay in this game at this point, FO is going to have to try and get an early engage, and there it is, straight in for the bank. We can assume that this friend is going to follow him right around the corner and try and get a shot. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we can safely assume Republic are going to fly for the corner.
I would say that's
out of range for the lock.
Yep, so unlucky. So Locke goes onto his own ship, which is a pretty good thing to do. Goji with a 3 forward, takes a focus.
Keeping a little out of range and can expect to get a target lock next turn.
Absolutely, 100%. But then hopefully that little tiny asteroid just to the left-hand side of Goji could maybe add an extra dice, because he only has 1 in that Y wing.
I'm worried about the first firing is going to come from FO and probably the first damage as well. The question is what happens after that.
And that is still to be decided. Who knows? I actually genuinely like what both players have done in their open moves.
Well, the rock setup means that we're only playing with about 2/3 of the map because the Republic require it to hide behind, and therefore we're going to have to point at it.
Yep, I would agree with that.
But as Mr. Berkinson has said very well into the chat, you never know with Cormac. I know he's referring to the mistile, but frankly, I think it's just a good line.
Yep, I think it's a very good line. I think it's a very good line indeed.
Cormac's lists are always a little bit odd, but he tends to run very high success rates with them.
Well, yeah, he's a very successful player, a bit like yourself. So, you know,
not this week.
Early doors. So, current score: Wales 1, Ireland 1. This will be a nice little sneak for either country, depending on who gets what. We won forward there from Wolf, just kind of chilling away.
Oh, very good, yeah.
And then another 5 forward from Obi, and probably the boost, and there it is into the left.
So Cormac knows, as I assume does Mr. Kirby, that when Obi gets around behind, the only person that can do anything about him at all is going to be Hollow.
And that's true. What do you think of the Hollow build?
So Hollow is sitting with Pride Tradition. I always think there's a conversation between Pride Tradition and its alternatives. Pattern Analyzer, I am a big fan of if you can afford it, and since it's a 3-ship list, he can. Thread Tracers, well, it's clearly part of the theme. Make the big guys do all the work and just operate as a battery. Pass your focus off to them and Thread Tracer on their behalf.
Which is pretty damn good, being double modded in any game, but especially in this one. So let's I'm going to take this entire remainder of the time that we have, right? And I'm going to get you to do something I know you love doing, which is tell me what the next moves are. No pressure. Just, you've just got to get it right.
I think Thanisson's going to be a 1 bank left. I think Tabson's going to be a 3 bank left. I think Hollow is going to be I'm going to say, I can't remember if it's hard 1 or hard 2 is blue. I think it's hard 1. I'd hard 1, keep my options open. Yep. Hard 1 left. If it is blue, I think it is blue. 99% sure I'm right on that one.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that one.
Right.
I'm sure chat will tell us if we've got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
Those are the easy moves. Obi-Wan, I like the 3 bank left. And the other 3 ships, I honestly don't know. You could 3 bank left Wolf. And up there, Thompson ends up. I don't think it'll get you instructed either way, though. I generally don't know what to do with Koji. Okay.
No, I mean, he could do the same. Go ahead.
I'm not sure I would have done what he's already done with them, but again, he tends to know what he's doing.
Normally, yes, he does. I would agree with that in a very big way.
They can't safely run to the bottom, to Cormac's bottom right corner, because they'll be all by themselves, so I think they're likely just going to maximum forward.
Well,
Mr. Pocknell is sitting in chat. Want to come back on that?
So just to let you know that as with all XTC events, there is a bit of a time delay between us talking and things happening. So I'm sure he will get in touch with you because, it's Ollie. He's a world champion. He might be world champion for the rest of time if this pandemic keeps going.
I think that is Lloyd 186. Definitely can hold his own head up high. Gucci will drop a time bomb. I agree. In fact, in fairness, that is something I should have said or looked up first. I think it's an excellent idea.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Because if Tabson, and I think we're both right. I think as Tabson takes the move I predict, which I think he will, he's going to end up with taking that bomb.
Yep. And there goes the fuse, as you're saying, a time bomb.
Mr. Putnam makes excuses. Well, thankfully we've got Lloyd and Gary.
So, welcome, chat. Welcome, Kez, who has just handed me my backside in the Boogaloo.
Where did that go? Oh, hang on. Taps an R2 in. Doesn't follow. I respect the move.
I like that a lot. Very hard to get around the back of them when they're, a huge amount of hull and shields.
Why is your stream got choose color written on it?
I have no idea.
Okay, so 3-4 from Koji, 2 from Soka. It's not going to leave our friend the wolf a lot of places to go.
No.
Wolf took a jam for the crack.
Just maybe why not?
That's something there. I don't think he should have.
I don't think he should have. Even a boost round here, is the one forward going to bump though? That may not.
Oh, silence of anticipation. Not a good idea when you're talking on a stream.
Not really. It's. I mean.
Okay, and a hard one. Yeah, well, we didn't call either of them, right?
No.
He has straightened them both up.
That's not for 2 in the prediction table, so that is just how that's turned out.
Yeah, we're not doing well. Let's say we've got the hard one from Hollow, or I'm really not doing well.
I think if he's going to do that, then like a 2 bank would probably be quite good.
That was very optimistic, Mr. Kirby. Very optimistic.
Yeah. But then there's the age-old adage of, if you don't know unless you try. Nobody in the world would have said that was in range. But, give it a go. What do you do with Obi here, Connor?
Oh, I'm misreading Biohexit codes. No, I do think I got my 3 bank left, right?
Yep, that was right.
Okay. I misunderstood. So why you corner jam if you have a lock on a ship, you may spend that lock to choose that ship, ignoring range restrictions. So the locks aren't completely dead, I guess.
Maximizing staying out of range, which is a pretty good thing. Obi seems to like barrel rolling more than anything else. And let's see if you get the bank right with Hollow.
Oh, so Mr. Kirby has identified the threat and has decided to point a ship at it. There you go.
There you
1
go.
for 3.
Not bad. We'll give you the Obi one too.
Okay, so 2 for 4.
2 from 4. Not bad.
And three reluctant to say anything.
The red shuttle does not look in a good position.
Well, no, I agree. He's taking the shot. He's decided to move himself right in there.
Yeah.
He is now stuck fighting the rocks. He's going to probably end up on one.
Well, he doesn't really have what you would call a good, well-maneuvered dial. I mean, what has it got? Like seven things? It's just awful. It can't turn around. It's clunky. It's not very good.
A 3-4... A 3-4 should get him. Yeah, 3-4 will get him clear. But I think, unless I'm mistaken, it's the only move that will.
Yeah. Now, it's a 3-4.
It's the only move he can make that won't at least touch a rock.
Yeah, because anything else, he's going to be in trouble. So, we barrel rolled to the left.
Yeah, he is.
Hollow. Excellent. Yep, makes sense.
He's putting resources in the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fair enough.
Yeah, makes perfect sense to me.
But let's assume we were right? Let's assume that Tannison is 3-4ing, or he's not taking action, or he's sitting on a rock. None of which I think are super likely. Let's assume Cormac also knows that.
I would assume that Cormac will also know that as well. Yes.
Well, that looks like it's a no-shot round, gents.
Total no-shot round.
Simon, your turn, call the dials.
My turn. Okay. Goji will probably do a one bank to the left. Probably. A Shug will probably bomb down into the far corner. I would follow her up with Wolf, so they're both doing strikes, maybe a 4 and a 2. And Obi-Wan
come on,
can...
buddy. Sorry.
That's fine.
We know where Tannisson's going, right? So if they bell up the corner, they're going to give up what effectively is ionized Tannisson. Because he's going to have to go straight.
I mean, it can't go anywhere else.
So I'm thinking we're going to see some ships come in. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked to see them all come in.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Hollow making a quite significant boost. Or a straight and a boost, or a bank towards Obi.
I'd bring Tano and Wolf in here. Into the rocks.
Interesting.
Well, I think you're going to get a lot of flanking shots on Tannisson. I think Obi-Wan is going to rock away.
Yeah, I think he will try and exit stage left as fast as possible, because if he exits stage right, he's off the board. So,
I mean, Tannisson might be able to 3-bank left there.
Highly probable. Highly probable, but then again, he is absolutely 100% going to hit the same rock that the red shuttle will, and that ain't a good maneuver at all.
Or
not. But we shall just have to wait and see. There seems to be a distinct...
the other option, of course, is he could be delayed for it. He could stop hard.
He could stop hard and see where Obi-Wan and Goji go. Who knows?
Maybe it's the right move. I don't like it. Gives your opponent a whole other turn to set up unmodified 4-dice shot. Or is it going to be unmodified? Probably not.
So Cormac has all four dials set. Sadly, Gavin hasn't even turned his over yet, but he's having a good think about what he wants to do. Probably trying to get as much coordinating from his upgrades and pilot abilities that he can. I do like Phasma. I think Phasma could be quite good if it survives to be within range 1 of all of Cormac's ships. I'm kind of interested to see how that plays out.
I confess I don't really get that.
Well, I mean, it would stop K turns because all the ships would be stressed.
Yeah.
And then you're either keeping your stress or making a suboptimal blue move to make sure you can get actions, and if the yellow one then comes in behind it, we shall see. So he's done Hollow.
Yeah. Let's stop predicting this for a minute. See where we end up.
One to go.
I mean, Liam Baker's totally right. He will, like, Obi-Wan will be shot at if Red Horse stops, but
yes.
Range 3, evade, force,
and Vader-esque 3 force. That's pretty decent. So I mean, he's a squirrely little man. Okay, so it now looks like all the dials are set. Everybody's just checking the maneuvers. And let's see where we go to from here.
Looking considerably faster than the Serbia and Mexico game. You think they were playing that on a table 12,000 miles apart?
I have to say, if anybody didn't see the Brazilian stream between Casey and Nicholas God today, go to their YouTube channel. It is, without a doubt, the best 20 final minutes of an X-Wing game I've seen in an incredibly long time. Won't spoil it for you, but head to their channel. They've just had a brilliant final. Really good finale. Did you see it, Connor?
I have not. I'm hoping to. I will do.
Well worth it.
We just saw Tabson flick over a dial with a 3 bank to the left on it, then flip it back, and there's some form of discussion going on here.
I would assume so.
I can only assume the dial has reset. which does happen.
It does happen. Yes, it does.
But as everybody is well aware, gamers cannot interfere.
No, and he's now doing it again. So
well, let's hope it turns over at some point.
It's been a very long round so far. Maybe he forgot about that little bomb up there, but I'm sure he hasn't. So it looks like the players are maybe going to move some virtual plastic ships. As time slowly ticks away. Sadly, I have absolutely no idea what the issue is. These two have got their own discussion, like everybody in the XTC. So let's see what happens. A hard 2.
Oh, wow. And he misses the rock by a skin of his teeth.
That is fantastic.
Except I don't have any idea why he did it.
Well, it only gives him 2 options. He can hard 2 to the right again, depending on where Obi is, to get maybe 4, if not a 5 die shot. Because he certainly can't go left, or he is just going to explode. So checking for...
And still no valid target. Well, no friendly valid target.
No.
Or no unfriendly valid target. That was unexpected. There's the hard 2 from Goji.
So, that's pretty nice. Takes the focus with Goji.
Little plink attack coming in from him.
A little
hard one for Ahsoka.
Love that move.
I've got no idea what he's doing well. He's starting to hit the 2 ships in, but did he think he could barrel roll Goji there?
Depending on what the yellow shuttle does, this could be interesting. He hasn't done anything yet, so.
What the super hell's going on here?
No, both forces have just been spent, so.
He's just choppered himself.
Yeah. Then a wee barrel roll to the left. As far back as you can probably get it. Yeah, I like that.
That is the wrong ship.
That is the wrong ship.
Oh no, he's so at him. It's not the wrong ship at all.
There's your 3.
3 back.
Yep.
Okay.
So we are going to get pew-pews. We are going to get pew-pews.
I slowly don't understand Thanison at all.
No, that's unusual. That's unusual. But maybe he's got a grand plan that involved splitting these guys up. Who knows? I'm amazingly intrigued about what this list is trying desperately to do. Maybe we'll see part of it right now. Or maybe not.
Goji might be getting clipped here. I'm always thinking about it.
He's thinking about it. Still 3 more ships to move after this has been thought of.
Okay,
the target one. Okay.
And the hard 2. Yep, perfect.
Yep.
He knew he was getting bumped. Took the focus. No problems there. A FCS focused wolf will be just fine. And a hard 1 from Obi-Wan, so
staying relatively safe.
Something different than what we got anyway.
We got the yellow shuttle, right? You got Goji, right? None of us decided that that's what Obi was going to do, but that is
well, the Obi-Wan kind of made sense if he thought he was going to get stopped there, but now he's in a situation going, he's got no idea what the hell he's going to do.
And this is the issue, because Hollow's still got to come in and get a shot. So if he
I think we
does
have
set
to safely assume Hollow is doing a 2-bank left here.
absolutely, 100%. So barrel roll to the left from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's see the
1 bank left.
Interesting. Okay, so clears the stress.
And
Now you fly Hollow a lot, so what do you reckon he's going to do?
I fly Bond rig a lot. And really, there's not much he can do. I mean, he doesn't want to get in Tavison's way next turn.
No, so
yeah, clear out of the way.
Yep.
That lets Tavison go either way. And now he's going to boost.
Boost, probably to the right.
Is.
Yep, makes sense. Gets that stress back. Or is it a deplete? It is a deplete.
For the barrel roll, and then the boost. That deplete then goes off him. And on to Tavison.
Yep.
No, he's going to kill the lot instead. Because he knows he has to hurt to him next turn, so...
It's interesting, isn't it? Because he has to, as part of his pilot ability, he must, if he has 2 or more tokens, pass 1 to another ship. So, anything from Obi? Out of range.
Obi's probably more than thrilled with that, to be honest.
Okay, Hollow not in here. Mr.
So
Wolfpack.
3 on 1. They have not detonated the bomb. We cannot tell them.
No.
They have not detonated the bomb.
No. Which is a shame after all that deliberation and the really good thought process
really
into there.
Frustrating.
I don't even know if it would hit. It would be very close. The fact that he is... Yeah, that's your bomb. Well, there we go. At least we sorted that. That's good. So detonates, does nothing.
Did I miss Wolf firing?
No one has fired yet.
So why is Tavison currently...
I have no idea. Figure me confused a bit. Okay. I'm now definitely confused. But there we go. This appears to be the first dice roll. There is 3, and an eye that he can re-roll for 4 hits. That's barbarically bad, and that is Goji halved. Isn't that correct? 4 into the 8. Oh dear, dear, dear.
No, Wolf put up an arc and then didn't fire.
That is...
Why did Wolf put up an arc and not fire?
I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe someone in chat can let us know when they catch up. So they haven't just quite caught up yet. So let's see what's happening here. There's a target lock going onto yellow. This game is unusual to say the least.
Is Wolf elected not to fire?
I don't understand why that would happen.
I put the arc up, so Come on, Simon, we can work this out. What the hell's going on?
Well, I mean, he put up the fire arc at the time, found his range, and then didn't roll dice.
Okay.
So I've just been watching it back on the actual stream.
No, he's done it purpose. So, Tabason's ability, whenever you suffer damage, you may spend 1 shield to perform an action.
Yeah.
Now, I would need somebody else to tell me if that's not after the shields are gone? Or before the shields are gone?
Well, in version 1 it was you had to actually get a card to say that you'd done damage because that's what shields were for, but I am sure that chat will assist us in this. So here's a shot. 3-die attack.
Nope.
Reroll.
Balls.
So spends the focus. That's not quite enough. But 2 into yellow.
2 ions into yellow.
Oh, yeah.
1 ion, sorry, into yellow. 1 shield.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. But big base ships require a heck of a lot more than just 1 ion token.
Okay, so it triggers on taking damage, shields or hull, doesn't matter. Thank you.
So all the tokens getting flipped over, all the dials getting flipped over, and this was a boxing match. I'd have to give round 1 to Wales to be fair. It was
But both Oscar and Wolf decided not to fire.
You can't kill ships without firing, and I am at a bit of a loss why that has happened. I'm a little confused all over with that.
Simon, can you pick a color and then unpick it again?
What do you mean?
And see if that goes away.
See if what
Still
goes
see me
away.
on the stream saying, yeah, just pick a color, as in, I don't know, pick pink, and then go back to grey and see if it goes away. Because it's still saying choose color on the stream.
Okie dokie. I'll go white, maybe?
No, don't do any of that. Don't do any of that.
Well, there's only so much that I can actually physically do. So we'll go back to grey and see if that's helped.
There you go.
That's as good as I can do. Okie dokie. Yeah. Well done, Simon. Okay, let's get back into this.
Okay, so, yeah, perfect. Beautiful.
There we go. Sorted. Options will... I mean, yellow could just stop dead. Try and get a 5-die shot, depending on where Cormac's ships are going to end up next. Will red bail out? Because he's that much points.
So, Ahsoka's coming around beside Thompson, no matter what happens here. So Ahsoka is doing a bank maneuver to get around that rock.
Yeah.
I think the stop is probably right.
I think it is.
I think this was probably going to happen. I don't know what you do about
it. Precious little. That's what he's put onto his dial. Both players are set. They're just checking everything. So, Obi spends his force to get his barrel roll, keeping him safe, I suppose, but it's still an interesting choice. Okay, so the red one. Put us out of our misery. Where are you going?
Maybe two to the right?
Yeah. Had to be.
Well, he got around the rocks. Fair play.
Yeah, he did that very, very well, and we can't say that he didn't. So, well flown, Gavin. That's setting up a whole load of things. So that is his little range 1 bubble. To see what he can do. Let's see what happens.
We're nice an evade on the hollow.
That's interesting. So no fear.
Yeah.
No fear whatsoever.
Good spot no matter how you look at it. Jonathan's not threatening you. Thompson's either going to be shooting through a rock or he's going to go past you. Or in you. No, past you.
Yep.
Just about. But I think it's very likely you're right with the hard one. Or sorry, the hard stomp.
Yeah, I
which
genuinely think.
Which incidentally will turn off his ability.
And that's the issue. But then, do we want to try and get a unobstructed 5-die range 1 shot and take the stress? Or does he not give a jot and just flies right over that rock?
I think he's going to stay there.
I think he genuinely should stay there.
I think we might have a very unhappy coach at the end of this.
Well, Goji, half health after that first barrage. He's definitely taking his time about what to do. So, just over 38 minutes left in the game. Gavin has got the 19 points for the half on Goji. So 19-0 as we are right now.
That was a hard one. Didn't trust the bank.
I assume out of arc as well. A boost away would be okay. Barrel roll to the right instead. Make sure everything is okay.
Oh, and stick a jam to a Thompson with Chopper.
Chopper when he's erratic. How amazing is he? He's kind of good. And a focus to end off with her. So that's those two done. A hard 2.
Does take the rock.
Takes the rock. Gets a bump.
That is another interesting maneuver.
That's an interesting maneuver. Yes, it is. Takes no damage from it, though. Takes no damage from it at all.
And Wolf is going to bump.
No, he
oh my god, he
shouldn't.
doesn't! This is going to be brutal.
This is...
Oh, this is going to be an unpleasant round for Tavison.
No.
And it's going to get worse. Because it is safe to turn in here.
Yep, because
he's
being
on
on
a
a
rock and he's not leaving it.
He ain't doing anything. So Tavison is in quite a bit of pain. Now, here's the thing. Is there room for the barrel roll backwards so it's not obstructed by the rock?
He barrel rolled in his...
so he could only do a boost into the right, because at the minute he doesn't have a shot.
Well, I'm doing it.
That's 100%.
I'm doing it all day. There we
go. Good, man. So, that only leaves Hollow to see where this ship is going to go. Boom over the top. And a whole plethora of horrible stuff, and Goji may be in a bit of trouble here as well.
No, he cannot bank into a shot.
I don't think he can, but...
He can barrel roll into a shot and Goji, though.
Mm-hmm. And that would be a range 1.
Yeah, that's probably the move.
I'm liking the fact that they are actually taking their time to decide what additional actions that they're taking. So, in my opinion, that is always a good sign of a decent X-Wing player. They're not rushing, they're actually taking their time to see what is the most advantageous.
I think you can take the strain and the focus here, because I don't think Goji's going to want to miss his ion shot. In fact, Tavison, well. Still thinking.
Still thinking. So a small lead at the minute for Wales of 19 points. And one further action to do before the shooting actually starts. Yep.
I just made Barrow on focus and try not go G out. He's got a strain. You get 4 dice into him.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I would.
I don't know what the hell he's trying to do. He's trying to lock.
Is he trying to get a range for a
lock
on?
He's taking a lock. He is. He's taking a lock.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
On the wolf. Okay. And then.
He has not taken a strain or a plate. Oh, there you go. There's your plate.
Yeah.
Or your strain, in fact. Sorry. So he's going to boost and take a shot into wolf.
Yep. Sounds like an idea.
Don't think the wrong one, but
yeah. So let's go. So Obi-Wan as
Vade is, or the strain is going backward. Oh, has he got tablets in the range too? No, he didn't. So he sent the strain back.
Yeah, he has to take it back. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's sending the Vade back.
Okay. Well, at this minute in time,
I think it's Hollow's not being shot. So
nope,
fair enough.
Makes sense. So Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Range 2, 2 dice through rack.
So let's see how the dice are from Mr. Higgins.
Well, so far, no good.
So far, no dice.
Which, guys, come on. TikTok.
Yeah. Are we missing something with shooting these shuttles? Because I'm getting really, really confused now. Honestly.
He is yet again decided not to fire.
I am super confused. Anybody like to explain why that happens?
Well, I don't know. Have us in coordinates? No, we can't.
No. This is very strange.
He just wants Wolf to take the private first shot for some reason. Well, 2 dice through a rock. You might get a shield off him, but he's okay, not doing it. So, no. Fair enough.
Okay, so then that leads us to Hollow with...
It's taking a while as well.
Don't quite know what's... I mean, these guys are in a voice chat, so...
Why are they digging the table?
I don't know. Maybe to say that they're... I have to apologise because we are a little bit confused of what is actually going on. But here's a 3-die attack coming from Hollow. There's a hit, an eyeball, and the other one is just slightly off the screen. It's a blank. So you spend the target lock for 2 hits.
Wolf says... I'm taking what?
I would...
No, Wolf is not. Wolf is spending the focus. No, Wolf is not. Wolf is taking 2.
Yeah. Well, he probably wants to focus for offense, and...
Yeah. If the attack is your firing arc, the defender may spend 1 strain to gain a lock. No such luck. So, I assume this is our 4 dice into Thompson.
Yep.
There we go. Reroll with Wolf.
Oh.
And spend the focus.
Spend the focus now.
Crit.
And they all go through. So 3 damage into yellow.
Which he's not taking. Okay, can spend the charge, that's 100% fine, but you do also need to take the shield.
Yep.
Okay, he's jamming Goji.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's one way to play X-Wing, certainly. I'll get all the bonuses, but I won't take any damage. That's an interesting choice. Spends 2, reinforces the rear. Okay. Still needs to take that 3 damage, because my overlay's right. He should have only 2 shields left.
And he's about to take another 10? Oh, and he's taking his ions. Hit and an ion.
Yep.
So, still hasn't taken his shield.
Not yet.
So he should be... He should be... Wait, there we
go. That's an interesting way of taking damage. So, 1 away from half.
And 1 away from ionized.
And 1 away from ionized as well. So, currently still the 19 to 0 to Wales, with just over 28 minutes to go. So just under half an hour. Obviously, no shot.
That's because you're going to say that they probably don't understand each other very well, given the language barrier and all.
Oh-ho!
We are dealing with Dublin versus Wales.
Yep, that's probably a conversation that Google Translate couldn't help out with. So, choices.
I am super confused, to be honest.
I still don't really understand what this Hondo thing does. I am actually a bit confused by this entire list, but Gavin is flowing it quite well. So I assume the red one will do it too hard.
It kind of has to.
Because it has to, or it will not.
Any other action will just remove it from the board.
Yeah. So that's what's happening there.
It's going to do it too hard, and it's going to clear it, I think.
I also think...
maybe.
A too hard possibly from yellow, and yes, he'd have to go over the rock again, but that should get him in front of...
Well, the ideal situation here was he got double ionized, but that did not happen.
Not quite.
So he's going to go over the rock. He's not going to get his action. He may take 1 and go to half.
Seen that happen.
There's not realistically any safe way for Cormac to try and leave him on that rock. He can certainly try. If he assumes Thompson is going to do it too hard right, he can block him with Ahsoka.
Yep. Certainly can.
And he is already blocking too hard left with Obi-Wan. I mean, it doesn't give Thompson what you might call a great deal of options.
Not really. I mean, the forward by Tavison is a possibility. A K-turn from Ashoka is also a possibility. But I genuinely think that both shuttles do it too hard to the right.
I'm grateful to our team captain for an indicator that he is expecting an ion bomb on a fuse here, which I understand.
And
take
that
Thanison out of contention for a minute or two.
Yep.
Yeah, I did make this one, but I'll say it again. If there is any justice in the dice world, Thompson goes to half in his movement phase.
Well, we shall just wait and see. I wish YouTube was a bit like Twitch, where we could run a poll, because I'm going to say The Rock gets him this time.
It's 50-50. There's such thing as cumulative probability in this situation, but come on. And there we are. There's our bomb,
there we go.
Fuse.
And the fuse. So, pretty good.
Alright, the big lad in red. Now, this was actually a relatively fast dial set this time.
This was quite quick. I'm quite
impressed.
Players are
not feeling confident on this.
So,
okay. So,
force booster to try and stop this.
Tavison to escape to the left.
Well, let's see. So, a bump.
There's a third, and he does bump.
So, there we go. There's the bump. Completely taken up very quickly indeed. A 2 forward from Goji. Removes
Very by strain. Options are somewhat limited. We're not shooting anybody, so we may have to change that. And off our little arc goes.
Yep. One there from lovely.
Yeah, the one hard there.
I like that.
Just stops Tauntaun from successfully getting out to the right.
Yep.
So the reality is Tauntaun's hard 2 to the left is the only one that clears him, but it sends him to no man land. So
this is also true. So
3 forward, I don't. Oh no, maybe. No, I don't
think that fits. I don't think that fits. So there's
on the jam.
All good. Good use of force there.
Get Ahsoka to the chopper.
And an evade given Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, and don't. Yep, I was about to say, don't forget your own focus, but he didn't. Let's see.
Go, Thompson.
3 forward. He's ahead. So rock first, please. Let us see what happens. That is the first thing that you do before anything.
Let's hope Cormac remembers that one.
Yeah, so...
Oh, this discussion must be infuriating.
Oh, so... How...
He's gone over a rock.
He's gone over a rock. He can't do that. Yeah.
And he's got a jam.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
So here's the roll.
The one thing he's not getting is the focus. Yes! We're
half
on the point.
We, by the way, we're not as biased as we kind of sound, but yes, we are.
We're both Team Ireland. Come on, let's be fair.
Be fair. So, with that unfortunate thing that has just happened, that's 37 points to Cormac.
That's an excellent question. But he does get to take one. Does he?
No, because surely is he not stressed from the rock? So that is incorrect. But there we go. Wolf with otter balls straight in with it too hard to the right. Takes a focus.
Balls indeed, because he knew exactly where he's going to be.
Yep.
Does he think he's getting the block on our friend? Oh, true value.
So now Obi boosted for his System 5. Will we see a barrel roll or just double mod himself? Barrel rolls to the left and away a bit. So Hollow can do quite a few decent maneuvers here to get out of dodge. Does that. Removes the stress.
Makes himself irrelevant for the next 10 minutes.
And has now put himself probably out of the fight. Now, a boost will probably get him out of arc. But then that is at least 2 shots going into the red First Order shuttle. Do you think this is possibly what Cormac thought of as a good game plan? So he goes to the right?
Well, the reality is Tauntaun is now facing the other side of the board, okay?
Correct.
He can't do a 2 left because he'll go off. So he's got to do a 2 right and then another 2 right and come around the board and then another 2 right. So he's not doing anything for the next 3 turns, which is probably the entire game.
I would say...
So we can probably assume he's gone.
Yeah.
So the combat is now between the remaining 4 ships against 2.
Yeah. So 4-die attack, 4v1.
Wolf has taken a risk of giving some points back, but Lord in heaven.
Okay. So that happened.
And Wolf's charge is out.
And it is just the
one.
one. So first shield taken onto Tauntaun. Needs 5 more for half.
And now we're going to take a little swing at him. So, Mr. McDowell's very kindly reminded me that rocks do not prevent you taking an additional action. It prevents you from an action phase.
Yes. So, 2 from the ion cannon.
And that's a hit.
1. So that is 1 ion token and 1 more damage. Well, plink plink.
The only person here having a bad time is going to be Mr. Wolf.
Yeah. So a 5-die shot into Wolf. Quite expensive.
Could be very much score changing.
Let's have a look. As far as I'm aware, this is an unmodded shot.
With 4 hits.
But 4 hits.
So, fucking hell. Come on!
So 3 go through on the Wolf. So that's 1 shield and 2 hull. And Gavin now leads by 9, 46 to 37, with just under 20 minutes left to go in this Group C Game 3 between Wales and Ireland. But there are several ships that are no longer really in the fight, especially. Can indeed.
Tavison's options are not great.
No.
He's going first. So I don't really see how he gets to pull the trigger this turn.
No, this is
I don't see how Thamison or Tavison get a shot.
No, I can't
how
see
many guns
this.
can you get on? Well, how many guns can you get on Thamison, who's currently 4 hull, to knock out for half instead of 6?
Yeah, if it was me playing this, I would hard to Goji to the right. So there's a stress from Phasma.
Very nice.
So that's quite good. That narrows the Wolf's dials considerably.
Remarkably lit, but okay.
Well, is that actually at the end of the engagement phase before like dials are turned over? So.
But then we have had a 3-minute engagement phase.
Yeah, but as streamers, we cannot say anything. So.
Streamers, I can say whatever I want. I just can't say to them.
So quite a tight game. Played quite slowly, but I have no issue with that. This is for a 2-1 lead in the best of 7. So, a little bit of kudos to whichever team ends up with the points. Remember, 1 point can win a game. And with it being this close, probably taking half on Thamison is probably the better idea. That's an extra 33 points. And that would bring
10, sorry.
Yeah. But trying to get 2 on the Goji for the 31, I mean, that actually makes more sense for Cormac to go for Thamison than anything else. So let's see where they end up at the end.
Well, Thamison's options are all absolutely crap.
Yes. They're all bad. I would expect a bank 3 from Ashoka to go in here, and maybe even a boost in. We'll have to see where they end up. So Gary's set. Gavin has all his dials set.
I actually don't know what I'm calling it. A hard 3 left from Tauntaun, I think.
Possibly.
Like hard 3 right fit, great, but I think it's going to be hard 3 left.
I would assume so. But there's
Oh no. Oh no.
No, it's alright. He's fine.
No. We have a problem.
Why have we got a problem?
Because we've got an ion bomb that is about to go off.
Oh, yes.
It's not going off this turn, though. It's going off next turn.
Well, it goes off next turn. So at the end of this, he did what he needed to do. Yeah, all good. Yeah, so, use to roll away. That makes sense.
Hard stop.
A hard stop. And the stress. Okay. So there is the hard 2.
Well, it would be good if we called that, but we didn't.
I did.
Well done for you. Wish I had called it.
Ashoka.
Get in there, buddy. Let's see some barrel rolling. Let's see some moving.
Let's see some barrel rolling, and let's see. So, they all go. Only the one force left, so that looks into me.
Yeah, that's Chopper.
Yeah.
Looks into me too. The discussion continues.
Yep.
Nice. Chopper ain't Obi-Wan himself. So that's the query.
Yep. And that sounds awfully like
Clock being stopped.
the clock being stopped. So I will stop the clock on the overlay. Try and keep up with it as much as possible. So discussions all around about triggers, abilities, upgrades. And
Okay,
clock.
they
have resolved it. Good for them. So around 14 minutes to go. Very tight score indeed. Wales leading by 9. Their first order list doing very well against Cormac's Galactic Republic, but a lot can happen in 14 minutes in the next one. Get out of dodge by Tauntaun.
Limited choices.
Yep.
Take a bike and get rid of her 2 next turn.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we seriously gonna try and find a fucking target lock there? Come on, man. Oh,
Gets
he
it.
gets it too.
He gets it.
Gets it too.
Those big, those large base ships are
your words,
horrible.
Holmes.
See, you're Holmes and I am Dr. Watson, and that is all there is to this. So a 2 bank gets rid of all of those little red tokens. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, that ion bomb's going off in his face.
It is
He's dead. Wolf is not going to make it out of this alive.
There we go.
So now,
lovely move in on a boost.
Tighter.
And Cormac would need to see at least 4 damage coming in here. Hollow with a 3 hard to the right. All the tricks of the trade.
Or he takes all the ions.
And that is not going to be good at all. Will he barrel roll to the left to get out of it? Boost to the left to get away from it?
He's not currently in it, I don't think. So I think he probably just stays there and takes a pitch of Asuka.
Can happen.
Well, it's not a bad spot to be in next turn.
Yep. Good 2 hard in after that's exploded is a pretty good thing.
He's taking the strain.
Yep. Wants the lock.
Taking the lock. I'll lock onto Asuka.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then just take the focus. Have a double modified shot.
Yep.
I think that's correct.
So,
alright.
bomb first.
Kenobi. Oh, there's our bomb. Alright, so Wolf is dead. No matter what happens, Wolf is not getting out of this world alive.
No, he is not.
So whether he gets shot to bits by Tauntaun or not, it doesn't matter.
True. Let's see if he can put some damage in before he literally becomes what we all are, which is space dust.
He's getting a 4 dice shot.
He is getting a 4 dice shot, but first, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, so we've got a range 2 shot outside of bullseye, but we're going to safely assume we're using it.
Hit, crit,
that.
natties.
It's a range 3.
It is.
That's unfortunate, but it doesn't matter.
Takes
Dink, dink.
hit crits. So down to just 2 shields left on reds.
To the least,
So
that's a little bit important.
That's an important thing.
Okay, range 3 into Ahsoka. This is CLT Ahsoka. She is pitching 4 dice with a focus.
Yeah.
So 3 double modified shots into 4 modifieds.
So let's see what
it's an
happens.
average of half a damage or something like that.
So
that's
1 crit, 2 blanks. Will spend the target lock. Gets another crit.
Crits.
3 crits.
And safe as houses.
Spend that focus.
For some reason, he takes a few minutes to work out he's going to spend the focus.
Yeah, well, maybe he just wanted to make sure. But
Okay,
this now,
that is the end
this could be
Wolf 4 dice
with the
double modified shots.
So
Target lock.
I'm thoroughly expecting a minimum of 3 from Wolf.
Well, you can take your 3 and you can shove it. There's 4.
There's 4. Only one
right.
to get back. So he is definitely taking 3.
He takes 3. Go, Simon.
So,
now,
1 shield. 1 shield. 1 hull. Right now, the score is 46 to 70 in favour of Ireland, with only 9 minutes to go. So the way that these guys have been playing, I'm assuming that this last 9 minutes could be the final round, but we shall have to see, because there are dice coming back in. So before anything happens, here's an Ion. Gets 1. And all the events. That was the silver shot. So here is spend the focus. Why would you? He's not getting shot. And that's a hit crit.
No, it's a hit Ion.
Oh, it's a hit Ion.
Ireland is in trouble because Wolf is dead. This last round requires a dead Tauntaun for Ireland to go ahead without losing significant numbers of points.
So it's pretty much going to come down to this shot. Range 1.
This shot's irrelevant, my friend. Because Wolf flies off the board anyway.
Yep.
The only difference the shot makes, in reality, is it reduces Tauntaun's ability to move next turn. So Wolf stays there, produces his movement, but is taking his own Ion bomb and is going to die from it.
Yeah. So, not long left in this really intriguing match. No. I've found this to be quite a good game so far.
So Hollow is now the MVP of the game. Hollow has to do some damage, and they have to do 4. The game is over unless Cormac can do 4 into Tauntaun. Everything else is irrelevant. Now, Obi-Wan is wonderfully structured to put a lot of dice inside of him.
Yep. So for me, regardless of what happens, Goji has to do a 2 hard to the right. And try and get a 3 die attack, depending on where...
Tauntaun is doing a 2 hard to the right.
Yes.
I can't think of any other move that makes sense.
Which would then mean a barrel roll from Obi-Wan Kenobi and a...
No, I think it has to be an initiative kill from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other options. Now, bear in mind, Tauntaun goes last, right? You can get guns from Goji on. You can get guns from Obi-Wan Kenobi on. You're going to have a lot more trouble getting guns from Ahsoka on.
Yep. Oh, it's like most of the XTC 2021 games so far. They've been tight. There hasn't really been like that many huge landslide victories. There's been a couple, but not a lot. And this to go 2-1 up against each other. There's a bit riding on it.
Gary McDowell has called, and I quite like this, but it's super dangerous if it is the wrong call, which is a focus Masuka, boost 5k Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh. That's gonna be tight, isn't it?
Should be fine, but it's only works if Tannison moves.
Well, he's stressed, so he can't.
It's the boost. Fuck, it's the boost.
He can't.
He's going for it.
Well, I mean, let's just see how this is going to work out. Because this is, I would assume, going to be the last thing with only 5 minutes left on the timer. Let's see where this all ends up.
2 blank.
Interesting choice.
Don't think he's going to be able to do much. I know what I'd do with Tannison here. I hope he doesn't do it, though.
I know what he's going to do, but I don't want to say, because if he does, that's going to be very, very rough.
Who dares give me the strawberry? Possibly raspberry.
Coordinates and evade to hollow. There is...
Does not jam Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Does not jam Obi-Wan. So that's interesting.
Doesn't reinforce either. Doesn't do anything that I would have done there. Okay, that's... Well, I get... Okay, the reinforces maybe a no if you're assuming... Yeah, Ahsoka's going to get in your grill.
Well,
Ahsoka,
does Ahsoka have a shot here? I'm not...
Ahsoka is going to... What the hell Ahsoka's going to do? Oh, it's just too squeaky for me.
That's... Well, that in my opinion, that's out of being able to shoot.
Yeah, definitely it is. Cheery bye for your evade hollow.
Yep. So clever, maximizing the use of her force, takes her focus.
Okay, so Cormac is entirely banking on. I don't know, if he doesn't have a shot, this is all sorts of over. But Obi-Wan doing all the damage with Goji and killing Tannison, otherwise it's all over.
So as you guys can see at the top, Gavin needs 25 to win.
But he's just got it.
So, with that...
2-point lead. There's the 4K. But no focus. So
there we go. That's pretty bad.
That's exactly where we wanted Obi-Wan to be, right?
That's exactly where we wanted Obi-Wan to be.
Obi-Wan spent force to get his focus.
Yes. And a bump.
And the bump.
Okay, so.
Kill Thompson, or Ireland goes down 2 games. So it's a nice 4 dice attack. It's got all of the bonfires.
Yep. Let's see what he rolls. That. Oh, spend the force. Spend the force.
Spend whatever, but start turning things to crits.
Yes,
there you go.
That's a lot better. And proper use of the crit bot. The gets.
Oh my god! Come on, we can't take this much pressure.
Hit
come on, what are they?
And 2 crits. So that is the
hit for Ireland. Ireland needs a direct.
Ireland does need a direct.
Or fuel link. Console fire is not terrible either.
That's not bad.
That's shit. Alright, Goji, the little ship that could. Range 2, 2 into 1, 2 paint. We need 2 paint. After Hollow fires a shot.
What was the other one? Console fire and damaged engine, was it?
Disabled power regulator.
Power regulator. There we go.
And 1 minute on the clock. It is a blank critical strike. Okay, we start with a range 2 into Obi,
yes,
which in fairness is not blank either.
So, here we go. This is pretty much for the game.
This one isn't. The next one is.
Yeah, the next one is correct. And
it's a blank out.
That's a blank out. And you got to roll your dice in every tournament, no matter what happens.
Okay, so
no
what
shot
we need to have
there.
here is
It's at
Goji. If Goji has him in the arc, he does. So it's a 3 dice attack. We need 1 paint. We need 2 paint, technically.
2 paint to guarantee
it.
it.
Take the 3 dice shot, kill the damn ship, and the squeaky bum
So
time.
3v1 to see who wins between Ireland and Wales.
That's it.
And
that's it.
That's it. That is 3, regardless as time beeps on there.
He takes 1 damage, and the 2 irrelevant ions.
And that is all she wrote. So, an initiative kill by Goji onto Thanison has meant that the final score in this Group C game is Gavin of Wales 72, Cormac Higgins 102, and a win for Team Ireland.
But what a kick-ass game. I'm aware we're terribly biased. I know I'm terribly biased. I am the Ireland team captain, and I'm really sorry. You flew really well. That was an exceptionally more exciting game than I ever intended to be. It went right down to the wire, and the very, very best, Abe.
I am delighted that both players flew as well as they did. I'd like to thank everybody who comes and watches the Tauntaun Squadron. If you haven't already, if you just hit that subscribe button, it's 1 click of your mouse before you go. We are going to be trying to stream as many of the games as possible. I'm doing co-commentaries on other streams. Connor, thank you so much for commentating with me. Would you be?
Thank you very much for having me.
Would you be free tomorrow at 6 o'clock?
Yes, I hope to be here for that one as well.
Okay, so 6 o'clock UK, which is UTC +1. There's another proper game happening, and it's another Ireland-Wales. Thank you so much, guys, for all your comments in the chat. Appreciate everything you have done. Ireland lead 2-1. But there's still 4 more games to go. Until then, this is Tauntaun Squadron. My name's Sith Holocron. Take it easy.